Welcome to Great Hymns of the Faith. My name is John Fraser. Saying today, first Sunday in March, we have several hymns lined up for you to enjoy today. And we're going to open our program today with a hymn I know that's going to be familiar to all of you. You know, folks, in the Holy Scriptures, when the author of a particular passage, a particular chapter, a particular verse, wants to stress something of great importance, they will repeat it. I mean, today when we want to stress something of importance, we highlight it, we increase the size of the letters, whatever it might be. Well, what they did is they repeated the word. In the year 1826, Reginald Hebert composed the words to the hymn for Trinity Sunday while he was vicar of Hotnet in Shropshire, England, and the hymn is Holy, Holy, Holy. Well, that was just the instrumental to Holy, 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 but I'm willing to wager you that a number of you could have filled in the words, at least to the first verse. Let's move on now to our next hymn. Once again, our next hymn will be familiar to many of you because you often hear it sung and played in many churches. It is perhaps one of my favorites. I have a number of favorite hymns. This is one of them. It's called and referred to in many churches as the doxology. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. The hymn was composed by Thomas Ken in the year 1674. Now, actually, this particular hymn was the last verse of a much longer hymn called Awake My Soul and With the Sun. Like our previous hymn, many of us would be familiar with this one as well. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. In our particular church, that hymn is played as the offering is received. Let's move on now. Frederick William Faber, 1814 to 1863. He was the son of an Anglican cleric. He graduated from Oxford, was ordained an Anglican minister. However, 3 years later, he switched to Roman Catholicism. He published a number of prose works and 3 volumes of hymns. This is Faber's hymn, one again that you will know perhaps many of the words and all of the verses, not just the first verse. It's called Faith of Our Fathers.
Shall then be truly free. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. Faith of our fathers, we will love, both friend and foe, in all our strife, and preach thee true as love knows how, by kindly words and virtuous life. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. We will be true to thee till death.
In the book of Genesis, the story of creation, it is said that after God created all the animals and the birds of the air and the vegetation upon the earth and the fish in the sea, that he said, "That's good." Later, he created man and woman, and he said, "That's very good." Folks, we are an act of God's creation. He created us in certainly the spirit of love for his children. He did not create a machine. He created a human being. But you know what? Sometimes we treat ourselves as if we were a machine. We go, 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 go. And then at the end of the day, we're so tired, so weary. You know what? We have to learn to take one day at a time. And that's the name of our next selection, one day at a time.
I'm only human. I'm just a man. Help me believe in what I could be and all that I am. Show me the stairway that I have to climb. Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. So Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. Do you remember when you walked among men? Well, Jesus, you know, if you're looking below, it's worse now than then. Pushing and shoving and crowding my mind. So Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I'm asking from you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. So Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. Yes, Lord, for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time.
That was the duo of Foster and Allen singing Lord Help Me to Take One Day at a Time. And they are going to be singing our next selection as well. This one is called The Morning Has Broken. Last summer, Jill and I made a trip up through Tennessee, where we visited one daughter, Ontario, where we visited our second daughter, and our third daughter, together with all their children. It was a wonderful time. And then we went on to Nova Scotia, where we were able to visit all my side of the family for the most part. And you know what, folks? I got to see once again a next door neighbor who lived right on the other side of the street from where I lived in Oxford, Nova Scotia. His name was Billy Boren, and Billy and I were the best of friends. Oh, it was great to see my friend again. Folks, we all need a friend, and we all should avail ourselves to be a friend of someone who needs one as well. Let me play for you now a selection called My Forever Friend.
Everybody needs a little help sometime. No one stands alone. Makes no difference if you're just a child like me, or a king upon a throne. For there are no exceptions. We all stand in the line. Everybody needs a friend. Let me tell you of mine. He's my forever friend. I leave me never friend. From darkest night to rainbow's end, he's my forever friend. Even when I turn away, he cares for me. His love no one can shake. Even as I walk away, he's by my side with every breath I take. And sometimes I forget him. My halo fails to shine. Sometimes I'm not his friend, but he is always mine. He's my forever friend. My leave me never friend. From darkest night to rainbow's end, he's my forever friend. If you still don't know the one I'm talking of, I think it's time you knew. Long ago and far away upon the cross, my friend died for you. So if you'd like to meet him and don't know what to do, ask my friend into your heart, and he'll be your friend too. He's my forever friend. My leave me never friend. From darkest night to rainbow's end, he's my forever friend. Jesus is my best friend.
Every once in a while, we come across a hymn that is indeed a favorite of many. However, we know little or sometimes nothing about the author. So our next hymn is indeed by an unknown author. But let me share with you 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. And perhaps that speaks just a little bit about the theme of this hymn. We also are weak in him, yet by God's power we shall live with him. 2 Corinthians 13, verse 4. And the hymn is called Just a Closer Walk with Thee.
Just a closer walk with thee. Grant it, Jesus, if you please. Daily walking close with thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. But thou art strong. Jesus keeps me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Grant it, Jesus, if you please. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. And snares. If I falter, Lord, who cares? Who with me my burden share? None but thee, dear Lord, none but thee.
The hymn, I'd Rather Have Jesus, is a hymn written in 1922 by Rhea F. Miller, with the music composed by none other than George Beverly Shea. The hymn is about dedication and commitment to Jesus.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather be than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than houses or lands. I'd rather be led by his nail-pierced hand than to be the the vast domain, or be held in sin's dread sway.
this world affords today. I'd rather have Jesus than men's applause. I'd rather be faithful to his dear cause. I'd rather have Jesus than worldwide fame. I'd rather be true to his holy name than to be a king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dread sway. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords
God bless and hope to see you next week.